Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and much appreciated you guys coming by the channel to spend some time with me on the video today. And we are going to be talking about why all bass fishermen just need to keep their mouths shut under certain situations. This is actually going to add up to a lot more fish for you guys and a lot more success on the water. So we're going to get into that in today's video. Also, guys, a couple quick things. Just want to invite everybody to please consider hitting that subscribe button here to Intuitive Angling. It's free and easy to do, man. It's a good way to help the channel out. Right now, we've only got 35% of the people that watch the videos are actually subscribed, so it's a good way to help out. And also, just wanted to give everybody a big thank you that's been using all my Tackle Warehouse links that I put in the description of each video. All you guys that have been using and bookmarking that link, you're really going a long way to support Intuitive Angling here. So big thank you from me and my family there. Okay, guys, why you have to keep your mouth shut in fishing specifically? There's always things in life where it's just better not to say anything, but fishing is definitely one of them. One of the things that I have seen in fishing, it's like there's two elements involved to this. Number one is the element of actually catching more fish, and the other element is the process of actually getting the most out of fishing. Both require silence. And one of the things that I have seen in my own fishing, from fishing with thousands of different people, throughout my life, and observation of other people around me, is that people talk way too much when they're fishing. And this is to your detriment. Now, it's a little bit different if you don't care. If you're out there and you don't care anything about if you catch a fish, and you're not trying to absorb the full therapeutic benefits of fishing, then yeah, get out there and talk all you want. But if you do that, you're going to miss out on the other things that we're going to talk about here. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the therapeutic aspects of being quiet, and then the logical, realistic aspects of being quiet in terms of fishing. We'll get into that first. Most people don't give bass the credit they deserve for being aware that you're actually there. Now, a lot of people, let's say, for example, you're getting ready to pull up on your favorite point to fish on the lake. And, you pull up there, you run up there in the boat, and you shut down 50 yards or something from the point, and you start idling in, and you're trying to be quiet, idling in nice and slow. Guys, you're not fooling any bass. They knew you were there a long time ago. And the decibel levels, as that motor's getting closer to the point, they're very aware of that. And when you turn that motor off and you get up to the front of the boat and the boat's rocking and throwing off wave motion in the water, they can feel that. They can hear it when you put that trolling motor in the water, when it clangs down the water, and when you turn it on, and when you turn electronics on. That's a given, because that's part of their environment. They're aware of noise like trolling motor noise, pig motor noise, electronic ping noise, because ever since they're born, that's what they've known. They don't know anything else. But given that, the difference between the typical noise that you have when you're fishing, that you can actually control a little bit. You can control the level of that noise a lot, simply by shutting down further away and idling in, being gentle when you're you're in the boat. Movements are gentle and really stealthy. You put that trolling motor in quiet. You may or may not have your electronics on. There's things you can do to lessen those noise decibels, which will help. But another thing with that is the talking. Now, I have been fishing with guys that you can hear them talking across the creek. Some guys, they don't have a voice filter, and they don't realize how far their voices carry. And some guys just won't shut up. They just will. It's like it's impossible for them just to shut up and fish. I've never seen anything like it. It's like one of the things that I have, seen in my own fishing. It's like I've fished with so many different co-anglers out there, and you'll get the talker once in a while, the dudes that just can't shut up. And I can identify a talker pretty quick, because I've been around so many different people. So if I get a talker, and after I answer a couple questions that they have right off the bat usually, and they just won't stop, talking, eventually I just sort of disengage and I just don't acknowledge or don't answer them, not because I'm being rude, simply because I can't focus. I can't. This is what a lot of people don't understand that are talkers in a boat, is that, let's say, for example, I'm working down the shoreline and I'm flipping boat docks or flipping bushes or something like that. I've got to focus on exactly what I'm doing. It's like I've got to focus on how I'm making that pitch in there. And I've got to focus on, threading that jig down through those limbs. And I got to focus on shaking and working, the bait. And I've got to be aware of my next cast. I got a billion things going on in my mind. I don't have the capacity to try to carry on a conversation with some dude while I'm doing that. In a tournament competition, especially, you simply can't do it. And that's what a lot of talkers and guys that can't be quiet in a boat, they don't understand, because you can't do both. You're gonna sacrifice your success to differing levels of degrees if you have to focus on carrying on a conversation with somebody. So just from that standpoint, if you're a talker, stop it. You're not helping anything out. If this is not, competitive fishing is not a social event. So don't try to treat it as such. Now, the other aspect of that is the guys that are talkers that can't shut up, they miss out on the whole experience of fishing as far as from a therapeutic stance and a therapeutic point of view. You know what the number one thing that fishing does that most people don't realize, the biggest value that fishing has, is that if you do it right and you don't, exploit it, it quiets your mind. And you have got to have your mind quieted on a regular basis, because we live in a world where it's just information overload 24/7. We're constantly stimulated, and you need some time just to decompress. And that decompression comes with silence and being quiet. And there's no better avenue to do that than in nature and on the water especially. So if you're a talker and you're out there on the water fishing, you're again devaluating the whole experience of fishing by actually bringing noise into it. And it's so much better if you just get out there and just fish and be aware of everything that's going on with you, absorb all the senses and the smells and things that occur out there without having to say anything. Because when you open your mouth and you say something like that, it diminishes the value that fishing actually brings to you. Now, I realize a lot of people, they find it hard to do this. It's like next to impossible for them to do it. But if one of the things that I would encourage everybody out there is just try it. It's like, if you're a talker and you can't help yourself, try getting out there the next time. And first of all, try being quiet with your in the boat movements, just not making a lot of racket or noise, moving boxes around or picking rods up. And then just get out there and don't talk. Just fish. Just don't talk. Just let yourself be. And by the end of the day, guys, I'm telling you, it's like the amount of therapeutic healing that you will experience by just that silence that you need to have is there's nothing more important than that. And most people that don't understand the value of silence, it's because they haven't experienced it out there. And that's one of the reasons that, the radio in my truck hasn't worked for over 12 years, and I don't want to get it fixed, because driving in silence gives me a chance to think and decompress a little bit. You don't always have to be stimulated. You don't always need AirPods in your ears. You don't always need your radio on. You don't always need to be talking just because somebody's with you. Just try being quiet for a little bit and see how it goes for you. I think you'll really, really get a lot out of it. So we'll talk later, guys. See you.